Whether building toward a collection or just needing a way to feel productive and focused, it's important to engage in activities that bring out the best of your imagination. Today in this video, I'll be taking you through the process of building this LEGO TIE Fighter pilot helmet and give you my impressions and review of the model. My name is Beau Woods and welcome to the first ever episode of Project Plastic, where we build the highest quality pre-made plastic models money can buy. Getting back into LEGO has been on my wish list for a very long time. It was one of my favorite pastimes and has always stayed one of my favorites over the years. As a kid, before I entered the age of console gaming, I would always be building new creations with my brother, usually repurposing sets to make Gundams, Zoids, and the like. I think the magic and uniqueness of LEGO is just being able to either follow the design or create your own thing. It's definitely something that's very easy to get lost in, and I think it'll be a good learning opportunity to understand how LEGO designs the construction of these sets. Let's get right into it. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why am I building this if it's already been out for a year? Well, I thought I'd start with it because it is the nicest one of the three that are currently out. I do plan on building the other sets in this collection, including the new Darth Vader and Scout Trooper models coming out. So if you'd like to see those videos, drop a subscribe below. So to start, this is a 724 piece build and the second highest piece count of LEGO's Star Wars collection, only losing to the newly released Darth Vader helmet, which stands at 834 pieces. It starts with the inner mold of the helmet and the base of the stand. This part of the model was definitely the most interesting to make, mainly because of the interesting formation and the playful colored pieces before masking it all in black. The model itself stands at 7 inches high, 5 inches wide, and 6 inches deep, so while it doesn't take up too much space, it's definitely a lot more visible than a regular standing figure. Nice and colorful, the helmet mold is finished. Now onto the base of the stand. So if you don't know anything about Star Wars, this set is based off the Galactic Empire pilots from the original trilogy movies who donned all black flight suits. The suits came with a life support chest piece connected by the two tubes in the mask, which on the model are connected to the base of the stand. It's nice to see such a detail like that added to the set. I'd love to see something from the sequel trilogy in the helmet collection in the future. Maybe a nicer Ren styled helmet or Kylo Ren's rebuilt helmet. That would be awesome. This is starting to look pretty good so far, I would say. At this point, this is giving me a good indication of where we are. With both top and bottom finished, we can move on to piecing together the outer exterior of the mask. With everything mounted, we moved to installing the helmet plates around the back and the sides of the mold. This was the most satisfying part of the project as we started to see everything line up and come together. I thought I had gotten through the hardest part of the project, but getting all of these to line up properly took several attempts. As expected, I misaligned parts of the inner mold and didn't realize until much later. I even had to go back to undo the base to fix it all later on. Another design note is, while I enjoy the glossy black armor, it is pretty susceptible to fingerprints. Because of that, I probably won't keep this sitting around for too long and will likely use this toward another project of mine, just so I can spare myself some regular cleaning. With the top of the model relatively finished, we now move to the face, starting with the eyes. You can actually see some semblance of Empire disgust starting to come from it. Moving down the model, we start to put together the lower details. The nose piece I found a little flimsy to put on, considering how it's not necessarily supposed to be kept on straight like everything else, but once it's on there, you never really have to touch it again, so it ended up being all good. And lastly of this section, we have the lower jaw part of the mask, which is probably the easiest part, I would say. Just like that, it's already looking really good. All that's left to do is close it off and add the accessories. As we approach the end, we just have to make the mouthpiece, align and secure the tube caps, and attach the head plate. There isn't too much to the last bag. After a long session, it's a nice down-tempo finish to cap off the build. And that makes the TIE Fighter pilot helmet. Because it was my first time getting back into it, this took me about 4 hours of construction time because I don't know my way around a manual, but I did have fun. While the Stormtrooper helmet is a classic look and the Boba Fett helmet is a fan favorite, a lot of what makes this such a cool piece is the attention to detail. Between the attachable Empire emblems across the top of the mask or the tube running down from the sides to the bottom, the mask is pretty sleek all the way through. All in all, I would totally recommend this set to anyone needing a next project to keep yourself busy. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Otherwise, that's it for me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.